Hello, I'm Colonel Failure, and this is Train Fever. When we were here last time, we were looking at expanding our trains into the production and distribution of goods, and it's paying off. Maybe not in money sense, but certainly in terms of it actually working. We're there. So this train that's just pulled into the station here is picking up coal from the Tewkesbury coal. What do they call them? Mines. It's a coal mine. There we go. And as you can see, it's done pretty well. It's filled 4 out of 5. So you know, let's give chase on this chap, despite the fact that trains going through tunnels is always a little bit misleading in a camera sense. But it's working quite well. I've made a slight adjustment since you were last here, and that has purely been to make sure that this thing keeps working. Where are we? 1929. What I did notice last time around that I haven't got to yet was that the first electric, it looked like passenger loco, was available. Haven't set one up yet. I'm not entirely sure now is the time to do so. We'll have a good solid evaluate of our position in the game as soon as we've completed this opening preamble. Sorry guys, into the tunnel. Oddly enough, the acoustics don't change. It'd be nice if they did. Maybe in Train Fever 2 we could have proper tunnel acoustics and some work on the camera. A bit less clipping through things when you're following trains. In fact, should we wait for him to come out? Yeah, that might be quite fun. So let's wait for him to come out here. As you can see, so here we are in Tewkesbury. We've got the passenger station here, which is also performing quite nicely. What have we got? 38 waiting for the Haver-Tewkes Express to make its way in. That's one of the early candidates to upgrade there, I think. But here comes the big coal fella here. Jobs are good and smashing. So he's going to head out to the steel mill, drop off the coal, and then return with any goods that are waiting. Now, what I had noticed is that previously the coal train would come in here, and I'm going to use the pause button to simulate the action. Would come down the track here and would be held at this signal here, right? So he'd get held at this signal. But you'll notice that signal is now green. How can this be when the iron train is actually in the station already? How can this be? Well, we built a siding basically. So we built an alternate route. So we built an inbound and an outbound because I figured that, and well, quite rightly, I figured that would actually speed things along quite nicely. So instead of being held at this signal, what he'll do now is he'll branch off onto the siding, while his comrade here can quite happily come in the opposite direction. This actually might make for quite a nice shot. So here we go. So he's branching off there. That's right. Yep. Stop the traffic. I'm not sure about these half barriers. They do represent quite a danger to the public. There we go. And there we go. Head to head. Fabby. So that's the iron train going off in the opposite direction. Their signals working exactly how they should. I love these signals. Oh, this game is just starting to get better and better now. He'll pull into the station, and what have we got? We've got 12 goods waiting already. That's okay. Hopefully that will pick up over time. But that's, of course, going to be dependent on how much stuff is delivered in the first place. And some of it is heading out by road, just because the owners of the steel mill have yet to figure out that actually they can ship the entire thing by train and make me a whole bunch of money in the proceed. So we'll now load up the goods, which were stored at the end there. It's now back on board the train, and that will zip off in the opposite direction. Well, as zippy as this slow mover can do. And then around this time, we should have 7 iron waiting. Yeah, I think it could be because this is a little bit further from the... Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I'm almost tempted to make him wait for full loads now. Almost tempted. Not quite tempted, almost. And what have we got? 7. I mean, it's barely worth him. I mean, that's 1 carload. Well, we'll have a look. Let's have a look at the profitability of these lines. So the iron line is definitely not profitable, which to me says let's full load it for the future. So that's, what's that? That looks like 6 coming in there. I don't even know if a visual count will is accurate in any way. I assume it is. So we'll make him wait for a full load in future. And we'll see how that gets on. Anyway, that's working. Only recently have they started to pick up anything like the amount of goods that we need them to in order to turn that into a profitable route. But you know what? That's okay. You know, big things from small acorns grow and all of that. Oh, hold on. Look, there's another fight. Well, it's not a problem then, is it? Sorry, arguing myself. The thrust of the conversation there is that if it fills the train straight away, why am I bothering making him wait? Very true. Oh, the highways have upgraded. Or did I build that? I think I might have built that. I think I almost certainly built that. There we go. Yeah, actual civilians pootling around in their cars. Have a good time, civilians. So we go 1 carload of goods. No, not goods, copper. Can't say I'm thrilled with that. But here you go. Look, where are you going? Look, it's going to take you much longer to get to your destination. You should have just stay put and wait for the train. Peasants. The other thing I could do, of course. So when we were planning this out, it did become quite obvious that actually there were more possible destinations that we could look at. So, for example, here's another iron mine. So what we could do is we could build another station here to grab some iron. When this chap comes out of the tunnel, we could send him off up here. Oh, and that's going to be a very circuitous route. I don't like it. All right, maybe that's something to consider later. Because the obvious thing to do would be to delete this and then run a straight line up to here and then a straight one back down to there. But then you still need this. Oh, okay. Can I actually see inside the mountain if I need to? No. Okay, well that answers that question. Okay, right, what should we do now? Let's have a look at the Lonely Oil Truck. Here is the Lonely... Oh, as luck would have it, he's about to arrive somewhere. Where are you arriving, Lonely Oil Truck? It's somewhere that hasn't got any cargo. Terrific. Carrying absolutely nothing. I clearly run the Lonely Oil Truck as a charity of some description. Or maybe he just dropped off. Maybe we missed it. Let's have a look at finances. So, where are we? We're in 1929. Yes, he clearly just dropped off because he made us 41 grand. Last year he made us 36. Yeah. It's okay. Which both offset easily the deficit from previous years. So I'm cool with that. Actually, overall, that's a profitable line. Just the one truck, but, you know, we'll take it. What have we got waiting here? Got 3 oil waiting, which means it will probably be 4 by the time it's there. Their production is now up to 2 from 1. So I think there might be a pro tip to come out of this. I think if you want to get goods working, the first thing to do is get the goods working using the low-cost road method, and then change that up for the higher cost rail once you've already developed the resource centres to be doing good. So like Ripon Iron Mine, for example, it's at max capacity. It's kicking out 25 of 25, which is fab. Really? Interesting. Ripon Iron Mine is supporting Haverhill. Well, it sucks to be you, Ripon. Okay, right, cool. Right, what are we looking at? What do I want? I was going to pull up something. There we go, here we are. Let's have a look at this. How are we doing for population? Tewkesbury has stormed up to 281. Bexhill is now 427. Haverhill's 384. Not huge progress, if I'm honest, but I'm okay with that. How are you doing? You're carrying 69 of 70. Keep earning me money, my friend. Let's have a look at what we've got going on here. Why have we got a 29-year-old vehicle? Maybe these last 30 years. 29-year-old vehicle. No mention of its projected lifespan. We've got some others here that are equally aged, and they're not really making any money. Maybe I should look into trams at some point. I'm not a tram native particularly, but they look like there could be some entertainment value in there. Okay, can we sort? Yeah, we go. Sort by name. So the Bexrip Express still ticking along nicely. Haverbex ticking along nicely. Haver-Tewkes ticking along nicely. And Tewkesbury Coal just tipped into profitability. Get in. This is good. Iron is also... Iron is now static, and it's got 30 on board, and it's waiting for a full load. I'm not sure of the sense in that manoeuvre. I'm sure it's a good idea. The payoff should be good, but it's going to knock on to his buddy, the coal train. So we got. I mean, look, it's all coming. It's just very slow. Now, would it be worth? Well, no. The speed of it doesn't actually matter. It's only producing it at that rate. So even if I did, the thought I had was, what if I put up a little truck stop here to pick up the goods and then drop them off at the station? Can you even do that? You probably could if you grouped them. Yes. Anyway, I see. Look, we've got a bit of rogue iron. Sorry, it looks like copper. If I said copper before, I might have done. I have a hard time following myself sometimes. Where are we? 37 of 48. Actually, it's not waiting that long. And the payday that comes at the other end should be quite magnificent. Alright, line upgrade is coming up. But of course the upshot is that we're now not going to be getting... try to deliver more coal. Okay, well, coal is what you long for, then that's what you shall have. Meanwhile, over here in Colesville, we've got 28 waiting. That's fabby. Where's the train? In the tunnel? Guess it must be. Oh no, there it is. Dropping off this goods load. Okay, splendid. Right, I should probably do something useful, huh? What shall I do next? It's quite nice that we're making a bit of profit. Let's... Are we making a bit of profit? Yeah, we're making a bit of profit. It's all right. Let's advance time a little. Actually, I do want to see how much this iron train is worth. Yet another new car type available. Right, are you about ready? Yeah, there we go. Full load. Rock and roll. Alright, let's see what he's worth when he gets in. And then we shall investigate this new sporty vehicle that we have to play with. Oh, we could look at electrifying a passenger train, I guess, but none of them are of an age yet where they desperately need replacing. All right, our survey says tell me the news, and the news is 149 grand. That's not much for what is quite a lot of cargo there. Oh well. Still 9 goods waiting already, and that lot will probably spew out quite a few more. So okay, that's worth it. What were we doing? Right, let's have a look. And at the auto replacement options here. So at the moment we're replacing with this Benz, which carries 8. The Opel carries 11. This is a no-brainer. Right, that was a Haver coal, right, Haver iron, which is not an auto replace for some reason. Could have sworn I'd set that up. Evidently not. Use this rather marvellous Opel. Haver steel. Oh, how much faster is it? What are we looking at? 95 versus 50. Whoo! Terrific. Where are we? Haver steel. Are there any more? Tewkesbury oil. Oh yeah, he'd really benefit from tripping along quite a lot faster. There we go. Okie dokie. Still none of these chaps have been replaced. Actually, I haven't told it to, have I? Set vehicle. So we've set these up to use this Aboag, I guess you'd call it, which can carry 11 passengers a throw. Rather than why is the Haver Circle still using coaches? Well, they've got to be coming up on the end of their lifespan now. Where are we? Haver Circle line. Haver Circle, 29 years and 19 years respectively. So yes, they are coming up on the end of their lifespan. Oh, that'll be fun. Oh, and we've got a couple in operation already. So what do you fancy? Ripon? Ripon. We haven't been to Ripon for a little while. There we go, doing what buses should do, which is holding up legitimate traffic. And it is a ghost bus. Yes, indeed. Now, how long are these in service for? It's brand new as well. Oh, that's nice. Top speed of 25 kilometers an hour. Get some indicators. Coming up to the station, which is usually 11 people waiting. Fortunately, that's the capacity of this bus. All aboard. Interesting. Passengers getting on vehicles just teleport inside. Do you like the little turntable at the end there that allows it to rotate on the spot? Whereas passengers get off vehicles who are quite happy to walk anywhere. Watch it, I was here first. I'm a bus, I rule the road. The rest of you can just wait. Traffic has already built up quite heavily in the last few years. That's quite a nice touch in the simulation. 292 quid, is that all? How many people are still on board? Oh well, it's still full. Maybe they didn't want to go there. Fair enough. Actually, that might be what's led to the lack of profitability in some of my bus routes is, as I originally said, they were laid out with any care and attention paid to the different districts in each town. So I put no care at all into, are they going to commercial? Why is this being cut in half? It hasn't, it's just very thin. From this angle it looks like it's been bisected. Yeah, it's a weird angle. It's just a slender vehicle. That's all. What's your problem? Let's get his numbers up at the same time. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, who knows? But I'm sure it was interesting. Right, enough of this bus watching. Let's have a look at this electric train and see if we've got a potential application for it in the near future. Okay, the A47. 100 kilometers an hour. Well, we've got stuff that will do that already. Oh, it's cheaper though. Cheaper than the 3.5. It's got a lifespan of 35. This has got a lifespan of 45. Very long lasting thanks to the so-called Buchli drive. Butchley drive? Buchli, I'm going with. Traction of 196. 120. So this thing will haul loads. Running costs of 600 grand a year. Running costs of 700 grand a year. This would appear to be a no-brainer pointing itself at me. Alright, well let's have a look at the age of the trains that we've got already operating. Incidentally, if you previously commented with a suggested name for a train, we now have 5 trains available. Some of them may have gone already. Unfortunately, I have a problem of whereby I will record many episodes in one go. So if you haven't got in there first and put up a name for a train, don't worry, I've not forgotten. It's just that at the moment I'm still recording stuff. Right. So we've got both the Haverbecks and the Havertukes are 23 years old, and they are both running these 3.5s. So it would almost be sensible to replace one now, wouldn't it? However, the more sensible one to replace is the not Bexrip, Havertukes. Havertukes is the one to replace, which is using one of these chaps, which are cheap but not particularly fast, because I've already part electrified that line. So that's what I need to figure out. But the time for an upgrade is rapidly approaching. I think we can put a beast of an electric into service and see how he gets on. Once again, it's a mail train. See how he gets on with more wagons, with more carriages. All right, so I think we'll look at that next time, and maybe we won't. What we'll either do. Okay, here's what's coming up. I have made an executive decision. Everything we've got so far is working. Everything is making us money to a greater or lesser degree. How much are you waiting for here? 20 of 48. How much have you got waiting? 16. Oh, that's okay. Where's the coal train? Did I just go past it? Yes, I did. How much are you packing there, amigo? 40 of 40. That's what I like to see. That's more than splendid. When's that going to upgrade? Try to ship more goods. I'm working on it. I think we'll wait for the first opportunity to upgrade our goods trains to something a little bit more mighty. Or maybe I look at... No, that would require expanding the goods station, and we're not going to be able to do that without making a hell of a lot of mess. That's going to be a good 3-4 million quid investment. Yes. Okay, so next steps. What are we going to do? So I think we electrify all of Havertukes. Havertukes, which is this strip here. In fact, calling up the lines here might be useful. Where are we? Railroad. So the pink line, the magenta line running straight through the middle here, that's Havertukes. This annoys me for reasons that should be obvious. But yes, okay, we'll fix that first. Get that fully electrified. Oh yeah, given that none of it's electrified at the moment, shut up. Yeah, we'll get that electrified and get an electric train running down there. And then I think, and I haven't decided on the order yet, we will expand from Bexhill to Bromsgrove. Get passenger services, given that our station here can handle a whole lot of people. This is the bit that's going to cause me the pain. I see it already. Let's just do a quick speculative, shall we? Hey, first time. And a fair amount of choices, but we need to get in there quick before more people try and move in there. Okay, right. So tune in next time, and we'll do some progress of a progress type nature along those lines. Thank you very much for joining me. My name's been Colonel Failure. Why not subscribe? You've just watched me talking for 25 minutes. You clearly didn't hate it, otherwise you would have stopped. So press the subscribe button that will appear on your screen shortly, or just press the like button if subscribing isn't your thing. I very much appreciate it. Catch you next time. Hold on, we'll finish on a train. Finish on a train coming to the station. Yeah, this should be seamless, really, but that's because I'm a consummate professional. We want to finish Train Fever with a train doing something train-like. Get rid of that, move the cursor out of the way, there. Cheerio!